Hi everyone, I'm live. So, welcome to Is This My Life movie news. So, today we're gonna talk about some news that's happening in the world of movies. So, first off, it's about the Oscar doing some changes uh, to their show. So, first of all, uh, the Academy are adding a new category in the Oscars uh, for best performance in a popular movie. But I think it's like really like bad because like for example like if let's say a really popular movie like let's say Infinity War that was really popular this year and you know it was really good and that cannot win an Oscar because it will be really weird. Yeah. Hi and welcome to It Is My Life movie news. Now we're doing some things here, so we're gonna talk about new changes for the Oscars. So yeah, uh, yes. So I'm reading this from Variety, and the Oscars gonna add a popular film category, uh, which I think people think like now more people will watch the Oscar ceremony, but I don't think so because like for example last year Logan got nominated for a screenplay for best adaptation of a best adaptation screenplay, but like what I think like the problem is like a really popular like comic book movie don't have a chance to win a real Oscar because I think that um, the Oscars get really scared, like the Academy, because like Logan got nominated, and they don't want. I don't think they don't want comic book movies to win the awards because I think that many in the Oscar want the small movies to win the awards, and they feel threatened. I think about the quality of the comic book movies nowadays. And Infinity War is really good, and yeah, so I think that this is a stupid move, and I don't like it really. Another change is that some categories in the Oscar will give out the awards in commercial breaks, so which means that the Oscar is gonna have only a 3-hour show, which I think is good, and they will have highlights later in the show. So that's the changes in the Oscars. So our next news, that we have here is that Disney, recently fired James Gunn, but now they're having talk, about his exit. But the coming news report now that Disney is gonna use his script, which I think is really like weird, because like if we can, I will take up here. Uh, so he wrote this on Twitter when they fire James Gunn. So So when they fired James Gunn, Alan Horn, he's like the person that's like right under Bob Iger, you know, in the in the in Disney, you know, he's the chief behind. Uh, yeah, so he. So we're gonna read you the tweet that he wrote here. So wait, it's loading a bit. I'm sorry, guys. So we're gonna. Uh, so we're gonna. So yeah, what? Yeah, I have a problem like finding it. I don't know why it's so hard. Like, so he wrote this. Uh, so yeah, Alan Horn, James Gunn tweet are in defense. Okay, we take this from the beginning. So we have some news about the James Gunn situation. You know, apparently Hollywood Reporter is saying that James Gunn could get up to $10 million to exit his contract, but Disney is gonna use James Gunn's script for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and also that there are some higher ups at Disney that regret firing James Gunn, so they want to try to keep him on in some form. I don't know what kind of job he would do, you know, if he would direct another Marvel movie or if he just would produce things, or. But I don't know if Gunn really would like to do that. But yeah, they're trying, I think, you know. So yeah, but like when they fired him, you know, Alan Horn wrote, James Gunn's tweets are indefensible and inconsistent with our studio's values, and have severed our business relationship with him. If you severed your business relationship with him, why do you use his script? I don't understand, right? You're gonna use his script, and you have severed your business relationship with him, like, which means that severed means that like it's over, you know, and you're still gonna use his script. Oh, I don't really know, like, I don't think Disney was prepared for the backlash they've got after firing James Gunn. You know, his tweet, I can say like I think I find his tweets really disturbing and indefensible, you know. But it was tweet. It was not like James Gunn walked out and did all these things in real life, you know. I think that it's really like a bad situation, you know. I can understand like if they had like did something, you know, they like I don't know, suspend him or something like that and do an investigation or something. But they fired him, and you know, and then they want to use his script. I don't understand. Like, if you have say that you ended your business relationship with him and you're going to use his script in a way, I don't really understand that. You know, I think it's really weird, and I think it's like really dishonest by Disney. You know, like when Alan Horn, you know, tweeted, you know, when they fired him, they said tweets recently discovered. How can it be recently discovered? You know, he did this 8 years ago. You know, and it's before he was direct before Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was released. You know, I can't really believe that a company like Disney don't vet their people's Twitter accounts. I think that's just weird, you know. And yeah, I think the whole situation is like, you know, with the thing with Dave Bautista, you know, wants to exit Guardians of the Galaxy if they don't use James Gunn's script. So maybe that's why they used it. They use the script because they want Dave Bautista to stay on. I don't know really, but I find the whole situation really weird, you know. And to be honest, a company like Disney, uh, they want to be really family friendly and you know and stuff like that. But Disney have done this. You know what this is? This is a movie called Song of the South. Song of the South is a really, really disturbing movie, you know. That Disney released in 1947. You know, it's paint like slavery in a positive light, you know. And I don't really understand like how they can. And if you look like actors like Robert Downey Jr., you know, he have had a really big problem himself, you know, but he have overcome his problem and become a better human, you know. He isn't the guy he used to be. The same with James Gunn, you know. No one told James Gunn like, "Oh, this is really bad. You should not do this anymore." No, he realized it himself and he changed and he apologized. Like 2012, he apologized for this tweet. And now they're gonna drag it up again and then fire him. I think that's really weird, and I think it's really despicable what Alan Horn tweeted, you know, recently discovered. How can something that's 8 years old, that was public on James Gunn's Twitter, be recently discovered? I find it really odd, and I find it really disturbing if Disney don't know anything, you know. Maybe they're just a bunch of morons working at Disney. I don't know, you know. Like, see what they did with Solo: A Star Wars Story. It was a mess. Star Wars: Last Jedi. It was a mess. I don't know really what to think about the whole situation. You know, I think that the only positive thing that can come of this is, you know, hopefully they learn from their mistake. But like, to be honest, I feel like, you know, they're buying Fox. You know, becoming a really big company. It will own over 40% of all the movies released in Hollywood. You know, I think that's really scary. And when a company do like this, should we? So a question I have for you. You can write in the comments. Should we fear Disney as a company? Like, should we be afraid that they will take over the world? You know, because like, to be honest, they buy everything, they do everything, you know, and they like have really weird, you know, a weird, really weird way to do business. You know, if you sever your business relationship with someone, you don't use his script. You write a new one, or you rewrite it. You know, I think that's really, really a weird situation. You know, I think this is a mess, and to be honest, I think they should just don't do Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think they should just leave it, because even if they make Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which they I think it's a 80% chance that they will make it, But after everything that happened, firing James Gunn, all the controversy with the actors signing that open letter, Dave Bautista making really public, known that he don't like what Disney have done, and he thinks that they're a terrible company, I think that they should not do Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I really don't understand what Disney can gain from this, Even if they get a director that they really like, I think that whatever they do, Disney are the losers here, They fired a brilliant man because of some words he wrote 8-10 years ago as a joke. Yeah, it was poor taste, and it is indefensible, and it is disgusting. But there are people who do stuff, people who physically assault other people, and they still get to work. I don't really know what to think. It's it's a mess, and yeah, it's a mess, and yeah, I don't really know. It's a real mess, and nobody really knows what will happen, In other news, we move on, In other news, Sony shelves Silver and Black in favor of Zulu movies. So now they're gonna make one Silver Sable movie and one Black Cat movie. Oh my god, Sony. What are you doing? Oh, we have Spider-Man. Oh, we should make a lot of Spider-Man movies so we make money. Oh, but wait. Wait. What's that sound? Oh. It's a sinking ship, Yeah, oh my god. I think Sony as a studio is a mess, They have a contract with Marvel to share Spider-Man. Why don't ask them for help and develop something together instead of doing your Venom? Venom movie looks really promising, but who knows? It may suck. Silver and Black movie, and Silver Sable and a Black Cat movie. Who the hell is gonna go see that? I really don't see the audience for that. I don't. Maybe they can release it as a direct DVD movie, but I really don't see that viable in the movie business, in the movie market. So, oh my god, yes. So, I wonder what will happen. In other news, is we're gonna move on to some other news. Ben Schwartz to lead Paramount Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So Ben Schwartz has been cast as Sonic the Hedgehog. It should be like a live-action hybrid movie, live-action hybrid movie, and they have cast some really good actors in it. They have cast Jim Carrey in the role of Dr. Evil, Eggman, and James Marsden's gonna be playing someone named Tom Wachowski. Yeah, and I think this will really exciting. I hope this will finally be the video game movie that we will not say it suck. I hope this will be a good movie that we can enjoy and not cry about, like Assassin's Creed. That everybody thought, oh, it will be good. They have Michael Fassbender, but no, it was not good. I would say I watched Tomb Raider last year, and I would say that's a good movie, but it didn't make the money they needed to make a sequel. So, video game movies, what a mess. I hope Sony is developing this Uncharted movie with Tom Holland as the lead. But after seeing the Nathan Fillion fan-made movie, I rather want that one. But I don't think we will get that. Oh, but yeah, I think video game movies are like rolling a dice. Maybe it will work, or maybe it will not. Another news. DC Universe Doom Patrol find its cyborg. So they're developing a Doom Patrol for the uh, DC Universe, like the streaming service they're developing. Now, Jovan Wade will play. They've cast him as Victor Stone, aka Cyborg, which is really weird. They're gonna have him in Doom Patrol, but don't have him in Titans. He's, for God's sake, he's a staple character. Yeah, so they have cast a guy for that. That's really incredible. And I made a video about this. My latest video, if you watch that. Is that Ruby Rose is playing Batwoman in the Arrowverse crossover. Uh, so Ruby Rose is currently in the Meg, who's currently in the movie theaters, and she's also been in Orange Is the New Black. She's from Australia, so yeah, I think it's really good casting, and I hope that it will turn out great, and we will get the Batwoman series, next year. Um, so I don't know really what's really more to talk about. You know, yeah, I don't really find anything to talk about. It wasn't really that much news now. Yeah, we can. In other like pop culture news is that Fantastic Four is returning as a comic book, which is really exciting. So yeah, it's really exciting that they bring that back. And also, um, in other news, is that that other studios are trying to get James Gunn. I'm reading like this from Hollywood Reports. You know, I read that they're saying that a lot of major movie studios have, are preparing bid to give to James Gunn after his contract is over. So, you know, I talked previously that like the Disney want to keep him on, but if I was James Gunn, you know, they have said some terrible things about him. You know, yeah, the tweet was horrible, but you know, they throw him under the bus and then they want him to stay. You know, yeah. So like, I can really. I don't think it's hard to imagine that like studios like Warner Brothers, Sony, you know, Universal, Miramax, all the studios, major studios, you know, except Disney, you know, I think it's gonna make Gunn an offer to direct a movie. I would like to see him, you know, he will do something in DC. That would be really cool, you know, if he were to do like a Green Lantern Corps or yeah, that would be, you know, my dream. If he make direct a Green Lantern Corps, you know, maybe it will finally happen, you know. Remember when they have that slate before Green Lantern Corps 2020? Oh, what happened? Oh, we made Batman versus Superman. Oh, we only have 15 minutes of Batman versus Superman. The other part of the movie is just boring bullshit. And then, oh, wait, we do Justice League. Oh, wait, we're gonna do a really terrible CGI villain. And we're gonna do. Oh my god, it was a mess. Justice League was a mess. So, I just wish they could reboot it, you know? I wish they could reboot the DC Cinematic Universe. It's a mess. It's like the gun situation, you know, it's a mess. It's a real mess. You know. It doesn't make anyone happy, you know. So yes, that was the movie news. Yeah, movie news of This Is My Life movie news for this time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.